I love a good conspiracy as much as the next person, and given the state of the affairs for the past year on this planet, it's not hard to see a lot of people kind of falling into the conspiracy-minded of individuals. Till you find someone just a little bit nuttier than you are, and it completely wakes you the fuck up. And on today's video, that man is known as Pastor Daniel. Chances are you haven't heard of the YouTube channel Pastor Daniel Bible Believer KJV, as currently he's sitting just under 1,000 subs. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I genuinely think he deserves way more than that. As we're gonna see, the channel walks a fine line between religious conspiracies, Satan hating, robotic humans, serpent people, and a little Planet X for good measure. It's the kind of crazy one can really appreciate once it's digested a little bit. I'll say up front that I'm not entirely sure if this is a troll or if the guy is legitimate, because as you'll see, it's a little hard to tell when watching the vids and reading some of the comments. This is the king of YouTube shorts that you don't know about yet, known as Pastor Daniel. Now, this isn't going to be a typical deep dive or anything like that, because the man known as Pastor Daniel, for all intents and purposes, is kind of off the grid. At least to the best of my knowledge, he is. And what I mean by that is no social media, no Patreon, fucking nothing. Hell, there were even comments asking what his website was or where he streamed at, because I'm assuming they thought it was a joke like I did. And the man flat out dodged the question or would shut it down, repeating his mantra, "Glory to Christ." I gotta hand it to the Satanists. At least their catchphrase was way cooler. All joking aside, I even took a look at the usual hub for conspiracy videos like BitChute and BitTubers. And nothing. Like, as far as I'm aware, this guy's just strictly a YouTuber, which kind of makes me believe that this is a little bit more of a hoax, but I don't know. So you can just look at this video as my persuasive argument as to why this hidden gem of a conspirator needs to be subbed to. Because whether he's trolling or not, I guarantee you're not gonna find a channel that's as fucking crazy as this right now.
I just wanted to say there's a giant dick in the sky. Giant dicks are showing up in the sky.
Pastor Daniel started uploading videos on March 27th, 2020, with his first video being Hollywood exposed 2 actor fake Fox News Dr. Corona wearing makeup. And yeah, you heard that right. His 1-year anniversary is in a couple of days, so I think we should try to get him to 1K beforehand. In the video, he talks about how they used a fake person to do a coronavirus interview.
Says he has coronavirus. Note the makeup. Note the white pale crap that's like in his hair, and they got it all up over here in his hair. See it?
Clearly, he just doesn't have sunken in eyes or graying hair, like, you know, the other parts of his head. Generally, his main shtick is commenting on the physical features of what he believes are robot soulless vessels commanded by the armies of Satan in order to, trick everyone? Here's one of the main beefs I have with a lot of conspiracy theorists, and that is, if the main controllers can go to all the trouble of creating lifelike people, 1, what's the point? And 2, why don't they just impose their rule over all of us? Clearly they have the ability to create fucking meta-humans out of nothing. Clearly they would have a little bit of an advantage over just your average everyday person. And don't even get me started on the lizard people. Like, if they have already infiltrated all the world's most influential families and are the tops of each respective government, and they have amassed all this power, why bother pretending to be human? They'd be exponentially superior to us. But I digress. In a lot of Pastor Daniel's videos, he basically just kind of talks about how humans are being slowly taken away and being replaced by these like lifeless, soulless vessels because Satan. But he never really says what Satan's ultimate goal is by doing these sort of things. So in Pastor Daniel's opinion, what is the difference between the typical human and these fake humanoid robots? Having slender shoulders and a long neck is one of the first signs of a humanoid monster. Fucking asshole. However, his go-to reason oftentimes is in the eyes of the individual.
The eyes are the giveaway. See the glass doll eyes? See the imposter human? It's got them glass doll. Look at this socket. Look at how deep that is.
When we look at what these humanoid, serpent, rockabilly, psychic, rock frickin' monsters are supposed to be, it's kind of all over the place.
See how the collarbone was straight across? Chest plates of armor, gorilla arms. nose, glass doll eyes.
The more of Pastor Daniel that I watch, the less I feel like it's a comprehensive guide of the coming apocalypse and more along the lines of like, what his personal taste in women are. And really, next to looking at clouds because they are a hologram disguising satanic alien crafts, a bulk of Pastor Daniel's conspiracy videos are centered around pointing out lizard and robot people. Like take this video for example when he was commenting on some of the cast of the TV series Alice.
See the dude they dressed up in makeup? Can you see the serpent over the left shoulder there? See how they look? The face is always the same. Same with the mom from Married with Children.
I'm gonna be honest with you, the more I look at that, it genuinely fucking creeps me out. A little side note, occasionally he'll title some of his vids Tupac 2020 or Elvis Presley Unreleased. In a way, it almost feels like a blatant parody on the algorithm system on YouTube because you would have to like intentionally put something like so ridiculous on there that it's clearly gotta be false, right? In most cases, you would have to say yes, but with Pastor Daniel's channel, it's a little hard to tell. Really, this is only just a taste of the insanity on the Pastor Daniel channel because I haven't even gotten to the various arcs on the channel. You heard me right, there are fucking arcs to this story. Keep in mind, a bulk of the videos are him commenting on robot-human hybrid monsters, but he does run tangent from time to time. Everything from the elusive Planet X, which he doesn't really ever explain how or why Planet X is tied to like Satan and Satan's ultimate plan of world domination or fucking whatever. There are the COVID arcs, the Biden arcs, to the more recent arc and probably my favorite, the Demon Gangstalker arc. In this arc, Pastor Daniel believes that there are shape-shifting satanic airplanes that are watching him.
Shape-shifting aircraft, just Satan's drones. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
I will say, this is one of the creepier arcs on the Pastor Daniel channel. I'm not sure if it's just because you can't see anything, the implications, or what it is about it. All I know is when you watch this Pastor Daniel arc, there's just something super unnerving about the whole thing. Moving on a bit, I have mentioned that Pastor Daniel is a bit of an enigmatic figure. However, he has actually appeared on camera in a couple of his videos. More recently, he's been using this weird white filter thing for his quote-unquote Bible study videos, but he has in the past come on camera and talked to the audience.
Accept Christ and be saved. Your time is up.
Currently, he has a couple face cam videos, and really, he doesn't look at all like I kind of thought he was going to. I guess I pictured more Joel Osteen and less like, I don't know, Rob Zombie. Or Holy Rob Zombie, I guess I should say. And really, the Rob Zombie comparison isn't too far off in terms of like content creation. Weird conspiracies, a bit of cheese, psychobilly hair, and a groovy voice. I don't know, it might just be me, but anytime I watch one of these Pastor Daniel videos, when I hear his voice, it almost sounds like Al Jorgensen from Ministry.
Do you recognize my voice?
Jerry Lee Lewis was the devil. Jesus was an architect.
And finally, we come to the comment section of Pastor Daniel's videos. If you've been a regular viewer on my channel for any length of time, you know that when it comes to like stupid clips or just stuff that I find kind of funny, I like to put this one song in there from Super Sentai, Denji Sentai Mega Ranger specifically. So for those that have been wondering what that song is, it's from that show. And I try to put it in at least one video because there's always something stupid that I have to cover when it comes to any situation. But with the Pastor Daniel video, I've kind of had a hard time deciding which part I want to put it at until now. And all I really gotta say is strap yourselves in because we're in for a world of fucking crazy. My beloved shows growing up are turning into nightmares. They were all super creepy. Married with Children, The Ropers, The Waltons, lol. Then the hardcore truth of the Munsters. The fuck is the hardcore truth of the Munsters? Robots or clones with spirits. Yes, empty vessels for the fallen angels when they're cast to earth. Hey, big man. Young people these days are watching more and more Twitch streams as their primary entertainment / brainwashing. Would it be possible to get your discerning eye on which of these streamers are droided up? Who the fuck says droided anyway? It's at least 70% Borgs / Martins, not Martians, Martins, like from Fraser Martins, already on Twitch. Yes, most of everything is them all around. ... We are few. Why do they make the Borgs look inverted? Are they really so deep into the lie that they can't even make authentic looking fembots? No way, they can't replicate God's creation. They show up backwards. Let no man deceive you. Much love, all glory to Christ. Minus the whole aspect of the Borgs looking inverted, this is one of the few things I do kind of believe, because I could actually believe that most of the really popular streamers on Twitch are just fucking robots. Either everyone in the comment section is in on the joke, or, and this is a bit scary of a thought, there's an entire population of people out there that generally believe that there are clouds out there that are covering up fucking satanic planets. It's entirely possible that some of these could be dummy accounts created by Pastor Daniel. And when you read a few of the comments, you do kind of start to think that from time to time, but some of them I did a little more snooping on, and they are in fact very real, and I'm kind of mixed with conflicting opinions about that. And this kind of comes full circle about when I was talking about whether this is actually real or if this is all fictional. On the one hand, he could just be a troll or creating a fictional narrative for people to watch. One thing I haven't mentioned is that most of Pastor Daniel's videos are only a few minutes long at the very most. Foreseeably, these could easily be banged out every day, and if it is a troll or a fictional narrative, then goddamn, it's actually a very good one. If you've ever seen John Carpenter's movie, The Prince of Darkness, it's a super underrated movie and a classic in my opinion. But these Pastor Daniel videos all kind of follow like a similar tone and vibe that Prince of Darkness has throughout its entire runtime. There's also the way the camera is being utilized. I don't know, the camera quality just seems to be almost too shit. Like it's a parody of itself. And that kinda adds to the dramatic tension of each video. However, then there's the complete other side of the spectrum. If this is all real, it's honestly kinda sad. Like, the guy believes so hard that he's a warrior for Christ and that a majority of people out there are robotic drones being controlled by Satan. Not to mention the paranoia aspect of being stalked by satanic aircrafts. And honestly, I just can't make up my mind either way. I'm not a fucking doctor, I'm just some random dude on YouTube watching another random dude on YouTube ramble about Jesus Christ and shit. For now, I'm gonna act on the assumption that this is indeed a fictional narrative or a troll until I find more definitive proof it's not. So that was Pastor Daniel's YouTube channel, and honestly, after all that, I still think you should go sub to him. Fucking mean it too. If you want to get a bit creeped out, be confused, and get a good laugh, I seriously can't recommend this channel enough. As of the making of this video, he's made 765 different videos on his channel, releasing them daily since its inception. That's a lot of fucking content. I don't know if this is all an act, but if it is, damn, he did a good fucking job. And if it's real, well, I can only hope that he just goes and gets some help, because don't get me wrong, I'm all about having like a shit ton of fun and poking fun at people, because I mean, look at me, I'm pretty fucking easy to make fun of myself. But in all seriousness, if you need help, just go fucking get it. Make sure to keep things light and rebellious, and I'll see you guys next time.
Giant dicks are showing up in the sky.